Welcome back to One Man's Life Mission. So today we're going to have a look at a guy by the name of LFA. He is very blue pill, and it's very funny how there's a lot of very blue pill men that like to flip it and pretend that they're alpha. He's in fact very beta. He's as beta and blue pill as they get. He's been brainwashed by society, and that is great. Don't get me wrong, this is great, because if the vast majority of men behave like this and they believe that they're alpha, let them believe that they're alpha, because they're the ones that lose out in the end. And the guys that actually understand how the world really works and take action and try to get what they can out of the world, out of their lives, and take action, obviously they're the ones that are going to get more out of life. But this blue pill guy is giving blue pill advice to a whole bunch of betas, and I think it's really funny. This is just a bit of a laughing session. But before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no BS, novel dating advice for the modern man. My book's in the description. If you want to know what a real man has to go through, check out my book. So let's just get on with this guy. He's a bit of a goofball. Look at the condoms. He's fixing up his hair. He's talking about being an alpha. It's called Approach Like a Real Man. I had to thumbs it down. But let's just watch this goofball.
What up, guys? It's LFA, and today I'm going to discuss why you should never cold approach a woman.
Never cold approach a woman. How very alpha of
you. Hey guys, so one of the biggest lies being sold right now by the pickup artist, game, dating coach, social dynamics, life coaches, whatever they are.
He's like, ha 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 ha. But he's got the condoms there, and he's saying don't approach. Just go to the nightclub, stand in the corner, and get really drunk. I think this guy has a drinking problem. He's one of those guys that has a serious drinking problem. Maybe gets laid with a new girl once every 2-3 years if he's alpha enough and lucky enough and gets chosen by her, which goes against everything that the man chooses, not the woman. But anyway, let's have a look.
One of the biggest lies being sold right now is the numbers game theory.
Oh, it's a lie.
That means the more women that you approach, the higher your chances are of hooking up. That's how that theory works.
Well, let's have a look at the word theory, the definition of theory. Well, theory is the highest example of something that is accurate. Let's just put it that way. So if it's called a theory, that means it's very accurate. I think he means a hypothesis, but this Dumbo wouldn't understand that.
But they all seem to be leaving out one major factor that pretty much trumps all of that shit. And that is hypergamy.
Hypergamy.
Or hypergamy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's hypergamy.
Hypergamy does not give a fuck how many women you approach. Okay? If a woman is in search of a millionaire, and you have $75 in your bank account, and a coupon for buy one sandwich, get a free Frosty at Wendy's, she's out of your league. You're not going to hook up with that chick. You just got to face it.
By the way, I think that what he's doing is great, because what it does is it continues to brainwash the vast majority of men, which means that we have less competition when it comes to cold approach. It's great. It's great that he's telling men, just hit the gym, spend many hours in the gym so that you can get jacked, so that you can be an attractive piece of meat for women, and earn as much money as possible so you can pay taxes, and then the government can take those taxes and divert that money back to women. And then once you've earned enough money, as well as paying taxes, maybe you can choose a gold-digging wife, and then she can divorce you later on, and then probably go bang someone like Dave afterwards, or one of my students who's probably going to be the postman who's going to bang your wife. But this is great. This is actually good, because what I teach cannot be scaled up. It would destroy society if everyone did what I taught. But what he teaches is great for society. It gives me the ability to play my game.
So,
you see how dumb he is?
Major issue that we run into here is that they are using the thought process.
You notice the little skips too? There's little skips. So he obviously thought about it for such a long time that he had to edit that part out. Let's go back.
Issue that we run into here is that they are using
See? He's like thinking for such a long time he had to cut that part out.
Thought process of the male sex drive. They're not... okay, what's the saying? Know thy enemy?
Know thy enemy.
You're trying to conquer this woman. You got to operate from her mind state. Now, see,
you notice how he uses all these terminologies if he's an alpha, but what he's really teaching is just improve yourself and stand back and let a woman choose you. Once you are so high status, then you just choose whatever woman gives you attention. Don't bother getting high status and then picking the best woman for you. You just be a piece of meat, like a sheep or like a cow, like some cattle, and let women come in and go, this guy's got money, he's been working out hard, I will use him up for 20 years, have some kids, and then divorce him for, well, maybe just bang Dave on the side.
See, men, we are first come, first serve. If you go out to a nightclub with intentions to hook up with a chick, the first attractive chick that throws herself at you, and treats you the way you want to be treated, and she comes on to you in a way that, you find attractive, the very first girl that does that is probably the one that you're going to go home with. Men are first come, first serve. And that's what this numbers game seems to be pushing. They think that women are first come, first serve. So if you go over and talk to her, basically before other guys do,
all you need to launch a cult skate rap.
He's got ads. He's got ads.
You got first dibs, you're going to have a better chance. And the more women that you do this to, the more of a chance you're going to have. But
so what he's saying is the first... Let me just break down, because Dummy has a way with words that he gets confused. Women choose you, and you just take the first woman that is attracted to you. If you're 21 and a 25-year-old really overweight American woman that's really bitchy comes over to you, you take that. You just take what society gives you. Don't improve yourself and then go out and pick the girl that you're actually attracted to. We don't want you doing that.
That's not quite the way that it works.
Oh, okay.
See, men are first come, first serve.
Tell us how it works.
Women, obviously operating...
This guy has a lay count of probably 3, and he's almost 40.
Through hypergamy, Hypergamy,
dummy.
For the highest bidder.
Reserved for the highest bidder.
This should make sense. It's like...
So it's reserved for the highest bidder. So if women are waiting for the highest quality mate, and no men are actually approaching women, so therefore the woman has nobody... making attempts on picking her up or asking her out on a date, and she's waiting for the highest quality man. So how does she get the highest quality man? Is he trying to say that women approach men more than men approach women? This is such cucked simp American style brainwashing. He's so brainwashed. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
It's like they understand, red-pilled philosophy, but then they just, for whatever reason, they go back into this dumbass caveman way of thinking.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But hypergamy is still fucking there. Okay?
Well,
she is reserved for the highest bidder.
Yes, the most...
She's already scoped your ass out. She already knows you're there.
Yep.
If she wanted you approaching her, she would be staring at you, she'd be facing you nonstop, playing with her hair. She would be putting herself near you. She would be laughing at your jokes. She would make it so fucking easy for you to hook up with her. You would have absolutely no problem. You would have to put little to no effort into it. Because that's the way that it works.
So if you are a single man, just hit the gym, get really jacked, work 7 days a week, try to make $1 million. If you don't make $1 million, remain an incel forever. And only when a woman comes over to you, she's playing with her hair, she's showing choosing signals, she's literally licking her lips and like, oh. He didn't explain that the only lady that's doing that is she's 35 to 40 years old, she's divorced, she has 2 kids, and you're an 18-year-old out of college or whatever. You're 21 years old and you're kind of jacked and good looking, and some middle-aged woman's doing that to you because she's a cougar. Women that are feminine and attractive, they do not do this. The elite of the elite, hottest, most attractive women do not do this. They wait for a proper man to show confidence and go and approach her. You see how he's got this all backwards? But keep in mind, I'm only telling this for my subscribers. I don't really want his subscribers to see this, because I want the vast majority of his dumb subscribers to do this. Be the wallflower. Go to the nightclub, stand up against the wall, try to, put on a, dress as best you can and show your muscles, maybe throw some money around. It's good for the economy. Throw some money around, stand there like a wallflower, drinking beer, just waiting for a girl to come over to you. And I will go through and I'll approach every single girl in the nightclub, and one of them will say yes to me, and Grandpa will bang more girls than you.
Women are the deciders, men are the providers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's just human nature.
That's human nature, okay.
You bet your ass. She's already observed her surroundings.
I'm drinking blue pill and I got a blue jacket.
You're not the highest bidder. So if you approach her, she's going to be insulted. Okay?
Yeah.
That spot is reserved for...
This guy's watched Me Too so many times, and how it goes is, what they want you to do is hang back and just let women get the highest quality man they can. Just sit back and be a sheep, like in a meat market. We're gonna play that game. Let's just do that instead.
For some other dude that's obviously not you.
Okay.
You would not have to cold approach a woman that was interested in you.
Really?
And guys,
I probably have less money than this guy. I am less attracted than... I'm disabled as well. I don't... I've probably got a bit of a gut. I'm not as jacked as him. Yet I bet that I have slept with girls 1 billion times better than anything that he could dream of. I bet he wets his pants when a beautiful girl walks by. And he's actually scared to approach women, which is totally understandable, the vast majority of men are they're scared of women. And what he's doing here is he's justifying his fear, which makes it just so funny.
Hypergamy operates on each and every level. Whether you're at the bottom or somewhere near the top, you still have to deal with hypergamy. Oh. You can be a professional athlete, okay, making $1 million a year.
Okay.
If you're coming off the bench and the star quarterback making $100 million...
I'm following you. I'm trying to, at least.
Tries to hook up with your girlfriend behind your back.
Ah.
You betcha she's leaving your ass.
Ah.
It's over with.
Ah.
That's the way hypergamy works.
Ah, okay. And what do we do after that? What do we do? Come on, what do we do? Oh, we think about it. We don't do anything. Well, one thing I teach my guys is, that's your girl. You let her know that she's your girl. And if you're off the bench and you're jacked and you're making $1 million a year anyway, you let her know that if she bangs anyone in the football team, it is on like King Kong. I'm going to bash that quarterback's head in so he will never play again. And the media is going to go, oh, he cheated on the guy's girlfriend and he bashed him. What do you expect, dickhead? Well, that's what a proper boss does. And this guy, because he's so beta and he's trying to justify it, he says, well, look, you just need to cuck and give your girl to higher quality men. Just, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, it doesn't matter how long you've been with them. If Leonardo DiCaprio walks by or the president of the United States goes by, you have to say, go suck his dick. Go with him. Because he's higher quality than you, and so you have to give your girlfriend to them. You understand how brainwashed this guy is? And maybe there's drugs involved, maybe there's too much alcohol, but what he's really trying to do is justify his poor results and his sad existence. Let's think about it. You're still thinking about it,
all
dummy.
of these confidence hustlers.
Confidence. Don't be confident.
Social dynamics hustlers.
He doesn't even explain it. It's like, so someone bangs your girlfriend, that's all you do. You just accept it. Give your girlfriend to the quarterback. That's what LFA's saying.
Game hustlers are going to try to find a cheat code, and they're going to try to sell you a cheat code. But none of it is going to work. Okay?
Okay, it doesn't work.
You can approach as many women as you want with whatever lines you want to hit them with.
Okay.
If you're not on her radar, if she hasn't decided that you're the kind of guy she wants to hook up with, it's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
And it's going to be a rare case when you overcome objections. Because if she's already putting up a wall of objections, you're going to waste a lot of time trying to get through that wall. And for
you can tell he's thinking about it. There's another cut there. There's a nice little cut there. He's like,
you're going to waste a lot of time trying to get through that wall.
Yeah. Keep thinking.
And for you to cold approach her and try to break through that wall of objections, all that's going to do is make you look like a thirsty beta.
Ooh, thirsty beta. Thirsty
you're
beta.
You're already not the highest bidder. She's already decided that you're not a man that she's interested in.
She wants the quarterback.
So now you're going to cold approach her, offending her, wasting her time, wasting your time and her time.
Because it's her world, not your world. You have no right to try and go after what you want. And that's what the blue pill philosophy is. Just let women take whatever they want, and you sit back and you just work. You pay your taxes. You buy some porn. You just do your thing and don't bother anyone. Okay, just be a herbivore, man, and maybe you can spend money on women. You can watch Twitch girls and send money to them. Maybe you can go to a prostitute or something. I bet LFA, we should probably call him LFD, little fucking dummy. But I bet this guy spends a lot of time on porn and going to prostitutes.
And only to make yourself look like a thirsty beta.
Thirsty beta.
So
okay.
By approaching her, you're creating more objections.
Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to offend.
That's just a stupid idea, guys.
Yeah, we don't want to offend women. We don't want to offend women.
If it is your goal to hook up with a woman, you have to pay attention to your fucking surroundings. Surely if there...
An ad.
Sure. Skip this ad, just like you skipped out on buying Amazon stock and Google.
Piss off.
And Apple. Look.
If there's 100 women in the room, at least one of them's going to be checking you out. You know, if she's been checking you out for the last 10 minutes, that's not a cold approach.
What is it then?
That means she wants to fuck you. So, it's as simple as...
You know a brainwashed beta when they say, fuck you. I fucked this girl. I fucked her so hard. I fucked her. Beta cucks, they're the ones that say, I fucked her. And he goes back to his buddies and goes, I fucked her so hard. She had no idea what was coming. I'm so alpha. It was the first girl I banged in like 5 years though, so I had to make the most of her staying over and everything. And she weighed more than me. And it was 2 a.m. in the morning. We were both drunk and I had trouble getting it up because of my porn addiction and all these other issues that I've got. And I was on cocaine and I was drunk and all these other things. But I fucked her. A guy that gets a lot of success doesn't actually say that. He doesn't say that. He's far more strategic in the way that he speaks and far more respectful. So what he's trying to do here is cover up. He's in fact the saddest guy there is.
What is that, guys? Anybody that's teaching you to go out there in the field and cold approach as many women as possible and telling you that like you're doing yourself a favor and you should be proud of yourself for doing that, they're absolutely lying to you. You gain nothing out of cold approaching a woman.
Nothing, guys. It doesn't work.
What you should be searching for is the hot approach.
Oh, the hot approach. How's
if
that?
If a woman is staring at you, she's flirting with you, she's putting herself near you, she's smiling at you.
You mean choosing signals? Well, that's still a cold approach, dummy. That's still a cold approach, because what will happen is if she's looking at you, she's playing with her hair, she's staring at you, you could just look like a freak. And you go over to her and she's like, I was looking at you because you look like a freak, dummy. I wasn't looking at you because you're attractive. I wasn't looking at you because I wanted you to come over and speak to me. It's still a cold approach, dummy. And you can tell how often this guy has tried any of it. And it's funny how you have guys that have no experience talking about shit they know nothing about. But yeah, this is really good for the vast majority of men, because if guys like this were approaching the girls that I'm attracted to, then he would probably get most of them. That's the problem here. And if he believes what he believes and what he's pushing out there, and all of his the people that follow him believe that as well, that is great, because that means that my cold approaches are more effective the more men that there are like him out there. So again, I think that what he's teaching is great for the vast majority of men. I only teach what I teach for the small minority of men that want to have an exceptional love life with a multitude of women, because men like this are the wallflowers in the nightclub. They get drunk, they go home smashed, they get in a fight because, you know, they start crying at 2 a.m. because, you know, life's not going well for them. And me and the guys that I teach, we turn up to the nightclub sober, stone cold sober. We approach all the girls in there. We're in there for a maximum a couple of hours, and we try to pull. And if we pull, we're more likely to pull from dummies like this. This is also another thing, is he definitely wouldn't do day game. He probably spends a lot of time cucking and simping his way through online dating. But if this guy is in a nightclub at 2 a.m. and there's a girl and she's trying to figure out which one she's going to go with, this guy or me at 2 a.m. in the morning, the amount of times I've had a guy like this and I'm like, hey buddy, how you going? And he thinks we're friends. And he's so drunk and out of his brain. And he's like, hey, girl. And the girl's like, well, I wanna bang, you know, this LFA guy because he's good looking. You know, he's kind of jacked, but he's so out of his head. And Grandpa Dave over here has so much better game. He's far more calibrated. He's able to move around the room, and I'm able to maneuver around a dummy like this. The amount of times I come across dummies like this at 2-3 a.m. in the morning, they're out of their head, and the girl is far more attracted to him than me, and I just outmaneuver the dummy. I pretend that we're friends, and I undercut him. He looks like a total idiot, a total Dumbo, and the girl's, at the end of it, she's like, well, clearly there's something wrong with Dumbo over here. He's a good looking guy, but he's dumb as hell. And then she goes home with me. This is actually what happens most nights. You come across dummies like this all the time.
She's laughing at your jokes, or even if you're not joking, she just...
And that's another funny thing is, at 2 a.m. in the morning, you have a guy like this. He's out of his mind, so drunk, and he's saying just ridiculous things. And we're all like, ha ha ha, very funny, LFA, very funny. He's like, ha ha ha, and he's like so out of his head, and he's sweating, and he can't see straight. He's doing this, but what I'm really doing is go, ha ha ha, very funny. And I'm looking at her going, this guy's off his head. Like, this guy's crazy. I think he's crazy. Do you want to get out of here? You hungry? She's like, yeah, let's get out here. I'm so hungry. And then I was like, yeah, LFA, you're a legend, bro. You're a legend. And then LFA wakes up the next morning. He's like, oh, so funny last night. I'm such a legend. And he looks next to him and he's like, oh, his dog's waking him up. And he wakes up alone as usual.
Just giggling in a flirtatious way?
Yeah, that
means come get it.
Come get it.
If she's not doing any of that, that means don't even bother wasting your time.
I love these guys. They're so funny.
Because God knows a high-value male is not going to waste his fucking time with a woman that he thinks isn't even interested in him.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally what a thirsty beta does.
Thirsty beta.
A thirsty beta approaches as many women as possible, being proud of himself, even though he's getting rejected, assuming that one of these times, one of these women is going to want to hook up with him.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Anyways, guys, I hope that clarifies that situation.
Yep, it clarified everything really well. Thank you very much, LFA. He's a genius, this guy. Whoa, my hair. Gee, what a mess. Well, I think that was a good breakdown. The way I see it is that the reason why pickup cannot be done by everybody is because society needs men like LFD, LF Dunny, little fucking dummy here. We need guys like this to work 6-7 days a week, be lonely, and be motivated to pay money at the gym, pay money at the clubs. These guys are so good for society, and the best way to keep them motivated is to give them a pat on the back and just go, look, you are doing great. Good on you. You are doing so awesome, while you and me, my subscribers, we're like, we'll keep them doing their thing, because 95% of them do that, and approximately the 5% of you and I do the cold approach. We get girls way above our mate value, and that's another thing he said wrong there. He called it sexual marketplace value. The term is mate value. That's a scientific term. But if you like this video, click the subscribe button. And if you want to know what a proper boss, how they survive a traumatic experience, boom, read this book. If you want to learn how to cold approach and not stand in the corner like a wallflower, and what LFD would tell you, which is spend 5 days in the gym, work 6 or 7 days a week, and then at the end of the week, you're so stressed, you get so smashed, and you stand and lean up against the wall in the nightclub, just hoping that one of the girls chooses you. Or you can learn cold approach like me, and really you don't need to be rich, you don't need to be jacked, you just need to learn some of the skills of the sweet art of cold approach, and you can take little fucking dummies girl every single weekend. Every single weekend. Like, a dummy like that has never beaten me in the clubs. I'll see you guys in the next video.